Welcome back, hodlers. Today we're going to go over Bitcoin and the current market conditions right now. Bitcoin, Cardano, XRP. It's going to be a fun episode. Bitcoin is currently sitting at $51,000 right now. Now, we could be at the point where Bitcoin has bottomed out. Now we're kind of seeing a trend reversal, kind of coming up for a Christmas miracle. That's right. Christmas is back, everybody. Bitcoin is back in town. Now, full disclosure, I obviously have believed this for a while. I was specifically saying that we could see a December sell-off coming into the new year, and that would spark the stock supply and everything else for cryptocurrency. So for Bitcoin and Ethereum, the stock on exchanges for those two tokens to kind of lessen. And at that point, the price would only have one place to go, which is up, right? So with an immense amount of selling pressure going into the new year, with a bullish sentiment, because again, we've retested that 200-day or that 50-day moving average, we've retested that and now showing support. So as long as we can close this candle, close the weekly candle in the green, I think we're going to be doing pretty well. So we still have 3 days to find out exactly what's going to happen. Look at that. That's just around Christmas and the day after Christmas. So now again, to go back to that theory of the 50-week moving average, we did see where we tested that 50-week moving average at around $32,000. We're probably not going to see that price again. And again, it did that numerous times before we gapped out. We retested that 8,300 mark and then never saw that price again. We were able to just shoot up indefinitely at that point and continue onto a bull market. Now, I get the sentiment that people had, that everyone was a little concerned with Bitcoin, and I totally understand where that's coming from. Obviously, there's a lot of fear in the market at a lot of times right now in terms of the fear and greed index. We can see that we're not quite at the all-time low that we've been at. We were at 24 last time I live streamed on Saturday. Now we're at 34. Yesterday we were at 45. So we're actually going down today, but we're gradually going up, right? So we can see the trend up in terms of the market sentiment of fear. That's perfect timing, just right in time for Christmas. So I think it's going to be excellent timing to see a 2022 market cycle continuation of this bull market. Now, right now, Bitcoin has to reach $52,000. If it does break above that 52,000 in the next day or so, that's gonna be super bullish. So we can look at that as super bullish. We might dabble with the 52,000 before, so we might test it, get rejected a little bit, come back up in another couple of days. But most likely, I do think that this is going to happen either before the new year or just after the new year. So it's going to be roughly within the next couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks max. So more like a week to 2 weeks. Now, there are some analysts that say that this could be a crypto Christmas miracle. And a Bitcoin indicator that they're using signals that we could have potentially hit the bottom for cryptocurrency. Now, they are using a indicator called the iFish Smooth and Divergence Indicator. Now, I'm not using it, but I think you have to pay $525. I mean, if you want to, by all means. I already pay for enough TA stuff. I'm not going to pay for anything else. But they are indicating that Bitcoin is showing levels of all-time lows that is shown before in previous market cycles. So indicating back in like 2018-ish area, and then now, and then again, obviously way back when Bitcoin was all the way low. So we haven't really seen these low points in this type of indicator before, and it should at least help us identify, hey, that this could be potentially the bottom, or we can't go much lower than where we are right now. It's looking pretty good. So at that point, we can be a little bit more bullish on that front. We do have Mo Momentum, who's using that indicator that basically identifies that exact thing, that we are at the absolute lowest that we could potentially be at. Again, referencing back to October 2011 at $2.15, and then December 15th of 2018 of $3,135. Now, there's a lot of tokens that you want to also hold on to, and I know there's a lot of people that talk a bunch of shit about a lot of tokens, and I get it, I understand, and even if you don't like these tokens, that's fine, totally okay. The fundamentals are still there though. So, and usually their argument is the chart hasn't done anything, I want to get out of it because the price hasn't moved. And sure, I kind of understand that ideology, but at the same time, I don't. Not from an investor standpoint. You have to take some risks and you have to hold through some downturns if you know that the fundamentals of the project are good. And you might pick losers, and sometimes the fundamentals are good and it'll still fail. That's just what investing is. This all comes with a bunch of risks that you have to take into account. But at the same time, I'm not selling anything like Cardano. Cardano specifically at $1.46 right now, up 10%. A lot of people have been complaining about Cardano because it's in this zone, hasn't really done much. They're all upset about Cardano. I mean, at the end of the day, when we're talking about ROIs over the last couple of years, we're talking about Cardano giving one of the best ROIs in cryptocurrency. I remember my first purchase of Cardano at roughly 3 cents per token. I would argue that that was one of my best buys in cryptocurrency and one of my earliest buys as well. So definitely done very well with Cardano. I'm still holding my Cardano. I haven't sold any of my Cardano at all. I only sell cryptocurrencies right now. If I am selling a cryptocurrency, it's to lessen a position of one token to get into another token, or spread some money around, or get out of projects that I'm not too bullish on anymore. Obviously, things change. Now, with Cardano, we have seen a huge amount of growth on the chain. So we've seen 2.5 million native users. We have a total of 23.8 million transactions. We have 2.5 million wallets, and we have 3,100 stake pools. So there's a lot happening within the Cardano ecosystem. A lot of people are complaining, again, because the price hasn't done much, because other projects have pumped and other projects are doing very exciting things. And I get that, and I understand that sentiment. Cardano solves a specific problem. It's peer reviewed, so it's going to act a little bit slower, but it's a solid blockchain and it's not going anywhere. It's going to stand the test of time. So I'm not particularly worried about my ADA investment. So the people that say, why do you hold ADA? It's a dead token. I would argue that they're a little short-sighted in their vision of blockchain and where Cardano is going to go. Now, I totally understand buying the pump and just riding that wave of the next big token. I get it. I totally do. But at the end of the day, I look more on the fundamental value of certain tokens, and that's why I invest. Another token that I invest in that light is XRP. You guys know that I'm a huge XRP bull. XRP makes up roughly 30% of my portfolio, if not a little bit more. So definitely I take a lot of risk with XRP. I'm not telling you to make 30% of your portfolio XRP. I'd probably make the majority of your portfolio Bitcoin or Ethereum, depending on your risk tolerance. XRP for me is a bet against the SEC case, and also a bet on XRP's future in the total blockchain sphere of technologies. I think XRP is going to stand the test of time. The reason why I think that is because Ripple is directly working with central monetary organizations like the IMF, like central banks as well. So I can't see XRP not doing well with a regulatory compliant cryptocurrency, which they're trying to get. Now, I know there's been some delistings, especially in Canada and a couple of other areas. But I think once the SEC case has been finalized, we'll kind of see a turnaround for a lot of that and a lot of readoption of XRP by a lot of the community. Now, Garlinghouse has kind of shaken off some of the antics from the SEC. Now, we know in a lot of ways that the SEC is a glorified mobster outfit, right? They've done a lot of things to kind of hurt, say, Elon Musk in a way. When he tweeted about the Tesla stock being 420, he was going to make Tesla private. Obviously, it's a joke because of 420, but the SEC wanted their bite. Now, I'm not specifically a huge Elon Musk fan, especially as of late. But at the same time, I can absolutely see where the SEC is overreaching clearly just to make a point or just to show that, hey, we're here and we're going to take your money. And that's the only ideology that I get from the SEC. I don't think that Gary Gensler is a friend of cryptocurrency at all in a lot of ways. So I definitely think that the SEC in a lot of ways is flawed in their lawsuit. And I think Ripple and Garlinghouse is bringing up valid concerns that they have with the SEC regulatory body. Now, I would say in an ideal world, yes, we'd have regulations, but we'd have it done by an honest actor. And I don't think we can honestly say that the SEC is being an honest actor in this case. Obviously, it's flawed. And obviously, there's a lot of motivation in the background to why they're making certain arguments. Well, that's it for me. Hopefully this weekend goes out very well. Now, I do have a new streaming schedule, which will be coming out starting Coffee and Crypto this Saturday. Yes, Saturday is Christmas. Now, of course, most of you have families, and you probably don't want to be hanging around talking about crypto on Christmas Day. But I'll be here for all you loners that don't have families, that just want to talk about cryptocurrency. All you nerds like me, I'll be here. I'll be talking about cryptocurrency. The stream will be a little bit longer than normal, but that is going to kick off the normal lengths of the stream. So roughly the streams are going to be between 2 to 3 hours, give or take, multiple times in a week. I'll be announcing the stream schedule in Coffee and Crypto, so just watch out for that. And obviously a lot more is coming in 2022. I've been sick over the last week, so I really appreciate you guys supporting me and waiting very patiently for another video. I really apologize for it to take a while to get something out. I'm just now kind of getting back in the motion of things. Starting to go into the gym again. So I got sick, had an injury. It didn't really like jive well with everything. So I just needed to take some time off to rest. But I'm feeling rejuvenated now and I'm ready to tackle 2022 with you guys. I really appreciate the support, all the subscribers. If you do want to support the channel, best thing that you can do is subscribe and like the videos. All right, everyone. As always, happy hodling.